Guys, I'm telling you, if you are a chocolate and peanut butter lover, you have to try these. I honestly think they taste just like a chocolate bar, like a dessert. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds by making healthier versions of some of my favorite foods. Today I'm gonna share with you my protein bar recipe. These are chocolate peanut butter protein bars. Super easy, super clean. Make them, store them, and then eat them throughout the week on the go. They're so delicious and of course, super, super nutritious. So this is all you need, okay? Very, very simple. You're gonna use your favorite protein powder. I'm using a vanilla protein powder. I have my honey. We have our healthy chocolate chips and then some creamy peanut butter. You could probably use chunky for this. I just think the creamy mixes just a little easier, that's all. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna show you how just mixing everything into this bowl is gonna give us our protein bars, okay? So first things first, we're gonna go in with our peanut butter. And it looks chunky, but it's not. This is actually the creamy. I will say with the peanut butter, just make sure that you read your labels because some of the brands that are labeled as healthy, they still have hydrogenated oils, they have palm seed oil, they'll have sugar. Like the only thing your peanut butter should say is peanuts and salt. And then we have our vanilla protein powder. You can use, you know, a plant-based protein powder. You can use a regular, one that's sweetened, just your favorite, whatever you have on hand really, they all work. The whole point is just getting protein into our bars, okay? And then we are gonna add some honey. You can also use maple, you can use like a sugar-free honey, you can use your sweetener of choice. Whatever you typically use is what you will use for this recipe, okay? Okay, and now we are going to give this a good mix. And this is what's gonna create the base of our protein bars, okay? Super, super easy. You could literally throw these batches together like on a Sunday night when you are prepping your food. And if you don't do meal prep, you might wanna consider this at least because this, not only is it a protein bar, it literally serves as dessert. So you know those days where you're just like, oh my God, I'm like craving something chocolatey, I'm craving something sweet? Right here. These are perfect because not only are they sweet and chocolatey, they are nutritious. So let me get a piece of parchment. That's it. Like this is the base of our protein bars. You could see it kind of just looks like nice and creamy to an extent. You know, it's not like it doesn't feel watery, like, you know, like just the consistency of peanut butter. Okay, I'm gonna do a piece of parchment. Put that right into your, you can literally do this even on like in a bowl, like it doesn't have to be in a little mini bread loaf. I'm just gonna try to kind of flatten it out and it's gonna be like a nice thin protein bar that I can slice up. That's the goal. And you can always do a double batch because these are really, really delicious. You will want to make more, trust me. Okay, so I ended up pressing it in with my fingers just to kind of flatten it out as best as I could. So if you're using a bigger pan for this, you might wanna do a double or triple. Oh, I mean, I guess it just depends. If you wanna make like little bite-sized pieces, if you want actual protein bars, it really just depends on how you wanna shape your protein bars. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this into the fridge so it can set a little. Okay, so before we melt our chocolate chips, I'm gonna make myself a quick iced coffee. This is a functional coffee by Everyday Dose. This is not your regular, just like average coffee. This is literally the best pick-me-up you could possibly do. No jitters, no crash, like it never hurts my stomach, which I get a lot with like either energy drinks or with like really, really strong cold brew. So this one, not only is it absolutely amazing in terms of taste, like super smooth, like literally better than anything that you're gonna find in any coffee shop, but it's actually good for you. Like this is a functional coffee. It's a mushroom coffee that has not only chaga, but it has lion's mane, it has L-theanine, which is all great for your brain. And on top of that, Guys, it has an entire amino acid stack. Like, it's absolutely insane. There's nothing out there like it. This is like the best of the best you can get. Like, this is actually good for you coffee. It's also keto friendly, dairy free, gluten free, only 1 gram of carbs, 20 calories, like, so you don't have to feel guilty about having something like this. You know, sometimes you get like really sugary coffees because yes, you want the pick me up, but you also want to enjoy it. Well, in this case, you have a really, really great coffee. Look at that. Sometimes I do add in a little bit of like some unsweetened almond milk. I just have a little dairy-free creamer. Top it off with a little bit of cinnamon. And I'm telling you, there is nothing that you could purchase that tastes better than this. I'm gonna leave it linked for you in the description below. Just use my discount code, which is lowcarbloveyt. You're gonna get 30% off. And don't forget to check out their starter kits. It comes with free gifts every single month. So I'll leave it linked for you in the description below. So I'm gonna sip on this while we finish up our bars. Now, we're gonna go ahead and melt the chocolate chips. With the chocolate chips, you can actually melt them just as is. I found that by adding a little bit of coconut oil, it actually gives you like that magic shell effect. So if you like that, then add the coconut oil. If you don't, honestly, it's completely optional. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt this. Now remember, with chocolate chips, you do wanna be careful because chocolate chips are very sensitive. So you don't want to burn it, okay? If you're using a high quality chocolate, of course, we know it's expensive, so you wanna be really careful. It's better to be, just a little more patient and do like 15-second increments in the microwave, or if you're doing it stovetop, you don't really have to worry about it. But if you're doing it in the microwave, that's where you wanna be a little more careful, okay? So obviously they are still really hard. I'm just kind of mixing them so that they get all the coconut oil coated all over them, and they're going back in for another 10 seconds. And now just gotta put in a little bit of arm work just to make sure that it all melts. And the other chocolate chips will melt with the heat of the rest, like the ones that didn't melt all the way. Anyway, there we go. It looks nice and silky. Let me go grab our bars and I'm gonna show you how we put these babies together. Oh, guys. Okay, so as you can tell, here, let me pull it out a little. This is what it's looking like so far, and it's only been in there for about 15 minutes or so. Okay, so the bar is not going to be like completely solid. You don't want that because you still want the chocolate to stick onto the bar. If this is completely frozen, then it's just gonna be kind of like 2 layers on top of each other, if that makes sense. Anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about. But now all we're gonna do is pour in our chocolate. Wow, look at that. And to think that this is actually good for you. Now, of course, this is gonna be a nice thick layer of chocolate. You know, you could always use less to save a little on calories or make a bigger batch. Either way, I like it just as is because I like it as dessert. And then we have our sea salt here. Go right over. Okay, so now this is gonna go back into the freezer. I'm gonna put it in, I'll check it in about 5 to 10 minutes because the chocolate will harden ASAP. Now, I will keep these in the freezer so the bar will continue to obviously harden, but it's really completely optional. Depends on how you personally like it. You could even store these in the fridge versus the freezer, but I'm putting it in the freezer just to kind of speed it up. So these will go in, we'll check them in about 10 minutes. Okay guys, so I got this out of the freezer. Let me show you how they come out. Look at this. And I've actually had them sitting out here for about 10-15 minutes, just because I was doing something else, but they are nice and firm, okay? So I flipped it over because when I was cutting it on the other side, it kept cracking the chocolate. So I'm hoping that this way, it won't do that. So obviously I still need to take my little photo, but I just wanna show you how cute these are, okay? Good thick piece of chocolate. Remember, you can make them the way you please. You can do a thin layer of chocolate. You can make these bite size. You can they're all gonna taste the same. You could even do like a big bark where you just spread it super, super thin. It all works. But anyway, show you. You got the protein, peanut butter. The taste is so on point. And then with the chocolate, guys, I'm telling you, if you are a chocolate and peanut butter lover, you have to try these. These are so delicious. They do not taste like a protein bar. I honestly think they taste just like a chocolate bar, like a dessert. But the beautiful thing about it is that there is so much protein in it. So it's kind of like you're knocking out two birds with one stone. Kind of satisfy that sweet tooth, and you're still getting in some protein, all clean ingredients. It's just like, you can't really ask for more. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It's such a delicious dessert. I hope you guys try it. Guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget, hit the little bell notification so that you're reminded every time I post a video just like this one. And please share this recipe with your friends and family, whether they're living a low carb lifestyle, maybe trying to lose some weight, or really just trying to make healthier choices in their life. Things like this could be super, super helpful. So make sure you share. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.